I met Savannah 5 years ago when I interviewed her to be in my team, and the first thing my boss said to me was, "Remember, you're her boss, not her friend."
Jas was my boss, but she very quickly turned into my adventure friend, and she rarely said no to any adventure I asked her to come along with. We really quickly realised that we both shared a love of hiking, and since we've met, we've hiked over 3 continents together. And that was something I loved to do as a child with my dad, so it was really nice to find someone as an adult that can come on the adventures with me.
Last year, I had a milestone birthday coming up. I was turning 30, and I thought, why not do something mad and crazy and climb Kilimanjaro?
And then I received a text from Jas one random night, and I said, when do we leave?
Kilimanjaro is one of the world's 7 summits.
It's actually the largest freestanding mountain in the world, and it stands just below 6,000 metres.
It was a challenge that both of us really wanted to do. I just don't think we realised how badly either of us wanted to do it. So after a lot of research, we eventually booked our trip, put the deposit down, and gave ourselves a year to start our training.
In June 2022, we booked a trip to the Cairngorms, along with Jas's dog Blossom.
And that training turned into probably the hardest hike of our lives.
Jas fell into a river on day 1. The dog got swept away by the snow melt. I got us lost on all trails.
And we genuinely believed that we were experienced hikers before we went to the Cairngorms.
Just a quick video. Sound, for example.
After that trip, I think it really brought us down to ground level, and it really put Kilimanjaro into perspective and what training we actually had to do. And before we knew it, we were on the plane, doing shots of strangers, and on the way to Kenya.
We actually got stuck in Kenya airport for 15 hours before we even reached Tanzania. And then when we eventually did arrive in Tanzania, it was pitch black and we had to make our way to the hotel.
There was a big gate, there was armed guards, and it was a bit nerve-wracking. And then we got in, we woke up the next day, and it was like we were in this zoo. There was rabbits, there was tortoise, there was birds, there was monkeys. It was amazing, one of the nicest hotels I've actually ever been in.
The next morning when we woke up at the hotel, we met our guides for the first time. And this is when we all had an equipment check. And I think at that point it began feeling very real about what we were supposed to do.
And our bags were actually underweight compared to the other hikers that we'd be going with.
Seeing everyone else's bags on the trip, we thought we'd massively underprepared.
Not gonna lie, we definitely had flashbacks worrying that we were going to be underprepared because of what happened at the Cairngorms.
And then the van was loaded up and we made our way through the beautiful national park, and it was unlike anything either of us had seen.
The journey to the first camp really gave you the time to contemplate what the challenge was that was coming ahead, and between us we were both really excited but quite anxious about it.
On the drive we passed checkpoint after checkpoint of armed guards and police, and never once felt unsafe with our guides.
They were all so friendly, so welcoming, and when we were in the bus, they started singing the Tanzanian anthem, and that eventually became our group anthem for the rest of the trip.
When we arrived at the park gates, we unloaded the van, and then we finally met everyone that we'd be hiking with for the whole week.
Everyone was all so lovely, and despite our different backgrounds, where we came from and all of our ages, we all got along really, really well.
The first hike from the gate to the first camp was one of the most important of the week, as it was the first time that we'd been at altitude.
Me and Savannah chose to take Diamox to help with the altitude sickness, should we have any symptoms.
You can be a seriously seasoned hiker and you could have hiked a million mountains before, but until you're actually there on the day, you don't know how that altitude's going to affect you.
And when we arrived, because of the scenery and the fact that we were there and we were with everybody, all of our nervousness and anxiousness just disappeared, and we just became our excited selves.
We walked through around 11k on the first day, just through what I can only describe as desert. It was so dusty, and the mountain was the last thing on my mind.
The first day really gave us the opportunity to cement our friendships with our group and to build that bond, but more importantly, meet our porters, who are the nicest people in the world.
After about 4 hours of walking through the dust, we finally made it to Shira Camp 1.
What we didn't know is that the national park actually has its own microclimate. So when we arrived there, Kilimanjaro itself was actually covered in cloud, and we were devastated.
As the sun started to set on our first night, the clouds parted and it was the first time we saw the mountain.
It was absolutely enormous, but it was much further away than we thought it was going to be when those clouds disappeared.
As we sat down for dinner that night, it became apparent that they had cooked us a 3-course meal, which at first we thought was maybe a special treat for the first night, but that happened every single day for 7 days straight.
For me and Savannah, we've both camped so many times between us, and we've never had that much luxury. We genuinely thought that on the side of Kilimanjaro we were going to be roughing it.
They checked our oxygen every morning and every night.
They cooked our dinner.
They set up our tents.
They gave us hot water bottle every night. It was better than any other hotel I've ever stayed in. Hello.
Night one.
Night one.
Day one. Night one.
Yes.
How's your day?
Really good.
Really good.
So in our group, there's 5 of us. We're a really small group. And we've got 2 Canadians?
3 Canadians.
3 Canadians.
And a Quebecian. Is that how you say it?
I don't. We learnt a few words. So hello is,
Jambo.
and thank you is Asante.
That's 2. Oh, we can see the top today.
We saw the top. We saw the top. You can see the glacier from here though. That's really cool.
Pretty.
It's really pretty. And they reckon that's going to be gone in like 25, 30 years. So it's good to go see it if we can. Depends how we feel when we get to the top. So we've had health checks. We had a really good dinner. Although you nearly died if you ate the fish.
Oh, flower fish.
Flower fish.
But,
Our sleeping bags are really good. And they're 4 degrees comfort. And they go all the way down to like -15, -17. We realised that the comfort is supposed to be at -15.
We've got
So
fleece
we've hired
liners.
fleece liners. By the way, Shiwi, fan-fucking-tastic. The best thing I had brought. Like, I haven't needed to... It's the best thing.
I'm not a fan.
Oh,
I'm a squatter for life. Sorry.
there's a song that we want to learn, and it goes... How does it go? It's like...
Exactly like that. Yeah, so far so good, but I know it's just because this is the calm before the storm.
We've been eased into this. Like,
Today's just a camping trip, let's be honest.
like today, like, Cairngorms was worse than today.
Yeah.
Like, every ounce of it.
Wake up call at 6:30.
Yeah.
Breakfast at 7:30. Should be leaving camp at 8:30.
And we feel fine. Feel good. Being when we're 2 asthmatics, I think we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Catch you then.
No.
Who's gonna go? Because I'm all T-Rex arms.
Yeah.